2018, Haley Anderson, a bright nursing student with a passion for helping others, was on the brink of a promising future. But her kind nature may have blinded her to the dangers lurking close by. Could anything have saved Haley from her fate? Let's dive in. Haley Anderson was a bright and ambitious student at Binghamton Medical School, nearing the end of her nursing training in 2018. Her love for helping others was evident, and she had already secured a job for after graduation. Haley's future seemed full of promise. Known for her free-spirited personality, Haley was friendly, open, and deeply trusted by her friends. She embraced life with an easygoing, millennial hippie vibe, always bringing warmth and laughter to those around her. When it came to relationships, Haley wasn't in a rush to settle down. She enjoyed casual dating, but made it clear she wanted to focus on her career before committing to anything serious. Most of the guys in her life understood that, respecting her decision to keep things light. On the night of March 8, 2018, Haley went out partying with her friends, enjoying one of her last carefree nights before graduation. She was last seen around 3:15 a.m. when she sent her friends a final message. After that, there was nothing but silence. At first, her friends and roommates thought she was simply sleeping off the night. They had all had a lot to drink, so it wasn't unusual for Haley to take some time to recover. But by the evening of March 9th, concern began to grow. Haley missed a friend's poetry reading, a commitment she wouldn't have flaked on. Worried, her friends decided to use the Find My Friend app to track her location. The app led them to a familiar place, her ex-boyfriend Orlando's apartment. They felt a mix of confusion and hope. Maybe she was there and just hadn't checked her phone. Desperate for answers, her roommates Josie and Rochella went to the apartment. But when no one answered the door, they took matters into their own hands and climbed through a window to get inside. Once inside, they found Orlando's bedroom, and that's when they saw Haley. She was lying there, completely unresponsive.
I boosted Michelle up first and then climbed in, and she was a little ways ahead of me, and basically she screamed and yelled to me like, "Josie, call 911." And I walk in there, and then I see Orlando's bedroom, and Haley's there. I didn't know for sure that she was dead at the time. She just was so pale, you know?
The shock and horror of that moment hit them all at once. Their friend, so full of life just hours earlier, was now gone. They immediately called 911, but deep down, they already knew the tragic truth. Orlando Tercero was a fellow nursing student at Binghamton, originally from Miami but raised in Nicaragua. He and Haley became involved in 2017 during a brief break in her relationship with another boyfriend. What began as a casual fling quickly took a darker turn. Their relationship was anything but smooth. Orlando showed signs of being possessive and jealous, often getting upset when things didn't go his way. One of the most alarming red flags came when someone slashed all 4 tires on Haley's car after a night out. Her friends, including her ex-boyfriend Kevin, were sure it was Orlando, but Haley chose not to press charges. Despite these warning signs, Haley remained kind-hearted. She didn't want to ruin Orlando's future or get him expelled, which might have happened if she had pursued legal action.
So you're pretty convinced that it was Orlando who slashed her tires?
Oh, absolutely. I said, Haley, you need to make a police report. So the police came over, they took the information down, but she wouldn't press charges because it was over $600 in damage, and it would have been considered a felony, and he would have been kicked out of the nursing school.
After Haley's body was discovered, the police quickly turned their attention to Orlando. Inside his student apartment, they found chilling evidence of a failed suicide attempt. There was a necktie attached to hooks in the basement, and a note apologizing to his family for doing something stupid. It was clear that Orlando had tried to end his own life, but had ultimately fled the scene. Orlando's next move was to escape the country. He drove to JFK Airport and managed to catch a flight to Nicaragua, where his family was from. With dual citizenship, he found refuge there, making it difficult for U.S. authorities to bring him back for trial. Extraditing him from Nicaragua wasn't an option due to his legal status, so the U.S. had to rely on the Nicaraguan justice system to hold him accountable. Despite these international complications, both countries reached an agreement to try Orlando in Nicaragua. where he would face charges for Haley's murder. Orlando's trial took place in Nicaragua, and unlike in the US, there was no jury, just a single judge who would decide his fate. Orlando was charged with femicide, a serious crime in Latin America that specifically addresses gender-based violence. It was a rare and severe charge, reflecting the tragic nature of Haley's death. Orlando's defense team tried to argue that he was mentally unstable at the time of the crime, hoping for leniency. They brought in a psychiatrist to support this claim, but it fell flat. Witnesses, including Haley's friends and family, provided powerful testimony about his possessiveness, jealousy, and violent behavior leading up to her murder. The defense's arguments simply didn't hold up. In the end, the judge didn't need long to decide. Orlando was found guilty of femicide and sentenced to 30 years in a Nicaraguan prison, the maximum penalty. Leaving the US had backfired on him, as he now faces harsh conditions, overcrowding, and a long sentence far from the life he had tried to escape.
I was so happy that we could work with this other country and that the prosecuting attorney did such a good job and was so passionate about this conviction, and the judge, and it was just amazing to me.
In 2022, Orlando attempted to appeal his sentence, once again using the same failed insanity defense. His legal team tried to argue that he hadn't been in his right mind when he took Haley's life, but just like in the original trial, the argument didn't hold. The appeal was quickly rejected, ensuring that Orlando would serve out his full 30-year sentence. Haley was laid to rest not long after her death, and her family gathered to honor the bright future that had been stolen from her. In one of the most heartbreaking moments, her father accepted her nursing diploma at what would have been her graduation ceremony, a bittersweet reminder of how close she had been to achieving her dreams. If you found this case compelling, don't miss our next video on the bizarre and tragic story of Aileen Wuornos, a notorious serial killer. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss an update. Goodbye.